India Post-Independence Reminiscences and Political Thoughts. Letter number 15. Dear friends and sisters, I talk to His Manakchand Sangeet from Bangalore, Karnataka state. I am very much influenced by Sri Vishwanath Pratap Singh, the 7th Prime Minister of India. Please see that when Sri V.P. Singh joined State Congress Party in Allahabad in UP, he had made a name for himself for his unfailing moral value or straightforwardness. He earned this reputation which could not be compromised and was retained by him throughout his career. Indira Gandhi appointed him as the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh in 1980. When the Congress Party came back to power after the Janata Party interregnum, Sri V.P. Singh cracked down hard on the dacoity or banditry problem that was particularly severe in the rural districts of southwest of UP. On account of his bold step, he received favorable national publicity when he offered to resign following a self-professed failure to stamp out the problem, and again when he personally oversaw the surrender of some of the most feared dacoits of the area in 1983. When Rajiv Gandhi got a massive mandate in the 1984 general elections, Sri V.P. Singh was called to the centre and was appointed on the pivotal post of Finance Minister of India. He oversaw the gradual relaxation of Licence Raj as Rajiv Gandhi had in mind. Sri V.P. Singh oversaw the reduction of gold smuggling by reducing gold taxes and giving the police a portion of the confiscated gold. He also gave extraordinary powers to the Enforcement Department of the Finance Ministry to crack down on tax evaders. During his tenure, a number of high-profile raids were conducted, such as Dhirubhai Ambani and Amitabh Bachchan, who had supported the Congress Party in the past. Due to this, Rajiv Gandhi was forced to change him to the Defence Ministry. But Sri V.P. Singh's popularity went high when he took over as a Defence Minister. He began to investigate the notoriously murky world of defence procurement. After a while, word began to spread that V.P. Singh possessed information about a wafer gun deal that could damage the Prime Minister's reputation. Rajiv Gandhi, before V.P. Singh could act on it, he was dismissed from the cabinet, and in response of it, V.P. Singh resigned his membership in the Congress Party and the Lok Sabha. The unfortunate development is the result of non-funding of the poll campaign by the government, and such constraints do not help the clean politics and good governance. Sri V.P. Singh floated an opposition party with associates Arun Nehru and Arif Muhammad Khan, named as the Jan Morcha. He was re-elected to the Lok Sabha in a tightly contested by-election from Allahabad, defeating Sunil Sastry. On 11th October 1988, the birthday of the original Janata Party's coalition spiritual leader, Sri Jayaprakash Narayan, the Janata Dal was formed by merging of Jan Morcha, Janata Party, Lok Dal and Congress as in order to bring together all the parties opposed to the Rajiv Gandhi government. Sri V.P. Singh was elected the president of the Janata Dal a federation of the Janata Dal with various regional parties like DMK, TDP and AGP came into being, which was called the National Front. Mr. V.P. Singh became as convener, N.T. Ramarao as president and leader of the opposition, Sri Upendra as a general secretary. The National Front fought the elections in 1989 after coming to an electoral understanding with BJP and the Communist Front, Left Front, that served to unify the anti-Congress vote. The National Front with its allies earned a simple majority in the Lok Sabha and decided to form the government. The left Front under EMS Namutri Pad and Indrajit Gupta and the BJP leader Sri L.K. Advani declined to serve in the government, preferring to support it from outside. On 1st December 1989, Sri V.P. Singh proposed the name of Devi Lal as PM in the Central Hall of Parliament, in spite of the fact that he himself had been clearly projected by the anti-Congress forces as the clean alternative to Rajiv Gandhi of their Prime Minister's real candidate. Sri Devi Lal, a joint leader from Haryana, refused the nomination and suggested the name of Sri V.P. Singh and preferred to be an uncle of the government. Sri V.P. Singh held Prime Ministership post for slightly less than a year, from 2nd December 1989 to 10th November 1990. During his tenure, Janata Dal came to power in 5 Indian states under Sri Om Prakash Chautala, Sri Chiman Bhai Patel, Sri Baiyu Patnaik, Sri Lalu Prasad Yadav and Sri Mulayam Singh, and the National Front constituents in 3 more states under Sri M. Karunanidhi, Sri N.T. Ramarao, Sri Prafull Kumar Mehta. Janata Dal also shared power in Kerala under Sri E.K. Nayanar and in Rajasthan under Sri Bhaira Singh Shekhawat, government supporting BJP from outside. Please see that Sri V.P. Singh faced his first crisis within few days of taking office when terrorists kidnapped the daughter of the then Home Minister Mufti Muhammad Saeed. His government agreed to the demand of the terrorists for releasing militants in exchange for release of Home Minister's daughter. He partly ended the storm of criticism that had followed. He shortly thereafter appointed Sri Jagmohan, a former bureaucrat, as Governor of Jammu and Kashmir on the insistence of BJP. Sri V.P. Singh replaced the hard-line Siddharth Shankar Ray as Governor of Punjab with another former bureaucrat, Sri Nirmal Kumar Mukherjee, who moved forward on a timetable for fresh elections. Sri V.P. Singh made a much publicized visit to the Golden Temple to ask forgiveness for Operation Blue Star, and the combination of events caused the long rebellion in Punjab. This is to die down in a few months. The V.P. Singh also withdrew the IPKF from Sri Lanka and thwarted the efforts of Pakistan under Benazir Bhutto to start a border war. Sri V.P. Singh moved forward nationally on social justice related issues and decided to implement the recommendation of the Mandal Commission to consolidate the caste coalition that had supported the Janata Dal in North India. Mandal Commission suggested that a fixed quota for all jobs in the public sector be reserved for Hindu members of backward classes, that is OBCs, other backward classes. These were Hindu castes and certainly non-Hindu castes like communities which were not untouchable but were socially and educationally backward. This decision of Sri V.P. Singh led to a widespread protest among the upper caste youth in the urban areas of North India. Please note that OBC reservation was upheld by the Supreme Court of India in 2008. The government-owned financial institutions like LIC and GIC stonewalled attempts by the Reliance Group to acquire managerial control over Larsen & Toubro L&T. Dhirubhai Ambani sensed the defeat. Then he resigned from the board of the company. Mr. Ambani, who had become L&T's chairman in April 1989, had to quit his post to make way for Sri D.N. Ghosh, former chairman of State Bank of India. This is to know that BJP was moving the Ram Janambhoomi agitation, which has become a rallying agenda for several radical Hindu organizations, took on a new life. The party president Sri L.K. Advani with Sri Pramod Mahajan as eight toured the northern states on a rath with the intention of drumming up support. Before Sri L.K. Advani could complete the tour by reaching this disputed site in Ayodhya, he was arrested on Sri V.P. Singh's orders at Samastipur on the charges of disturbing the peace and instigating the communal tension. The car seva by Sri L.K. Advani on 3rd October 1990 was prevented by stationing troops at the site at Ayodhya. On account of this incident, BJP suspended support to the National Front government. Sri V.P. Singh gave the example of the high moral ground because he stood for the principle of secularism and saved the Babri Masjid at the cost of power vested in him, and had upheld the fundamental principles of our citizens which were cropped up during the crisis. Asked his opponents in the parliament before losing the vote that what kind of India do you want? Please note that a portion of National Front remained loyal to him and the Left Front supported him in the vote. Sri V.P. Singh spent his next few years touring the country speaking about matters of social justice and his artistic pursuits. Sri V.P. Singh died after a long struggle with multiple myeloma and renal failure at Apollo Hospital in New Delhi on 27th November 2008. We must try to learn from the life history of Sri V.P. Singh. We must go down against evils and wrongdoings by our upper ups. Jai Hind. I request you to get peace and repeat the following words with me. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Vaheguru, Vaheguru, Vaheguru Ji. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Om Sri Venkateshaya Namo. Om Sri Venkateshaya Namo. Om Sri Venkateshaya Namo. Om Sri Venkateshaya Namo.